thatmovieguyUK.
Levan, Akin's And Then We Dance created a massive buzz during the festival circuit. It was one of the go-to films to go and check out from its early days at the Cannes. It created a uproarious idea of a new story and a new identity for us to discover. While the film was distributing internationally, it did not go down so well in Georgia, where the film is filmed and set, where the far right were protesting outside cinemas and trying to get people not to go and see it. Unfortunately, LGBTQ plus rights aren't exactly the best over there in Georgia. The church is a massive part of the way the country is run. I'm not a professional at this, so I'm going to leave it at that. But a voice has now arisen from this, and that is a positive thing to take. But time is something that needs to speed up. But anyway, we are here to talk about film and how it has actually impacted me, myself, and why I think you should see it. And so let's talk about it. The story follows Merab. He has been training since a young age at the National Georgian Ensemble with his dance partner Mary. His world is suddenly turned upside down when the charismatic and carefree Akali arrives and becomes his strongest rival and desire. In this conservative setting, Merab finds himself having to break free and risk it all. And Then We Dance is subtly remarkable and evokes the most wondrous sense of identity. Levan Akin creates this world where we see parallels of youth culture and traditional cultures trying to mesh together and trying to exist. And I think it's the best way to do it is through the whole concept of Georgian dance, because we see this old way and a new way. Merab's story becomes interesting because masculinity is a very focal part of Georgian dance from what I interpret from this film, and the way that you must maintain yourself as a man. And what Merab evokes from this is a idea of it's not what he wants to be, and once he meets Akali, his world changes, and Akin is providing this full-blown character arc within 2 hours and making us contemplate our dawning as youth. And I find that fascinating. With the way that Levan Akin actually shoots this film, it's very youthful, it's very vibrant, there is so much energy within it. The dance sequences themselves are very powerful. There are moments where you just can't blink because you're just so into the moment. But at the same time, there is this wondrous orange kind of colour throughout the whole film where it feels like the dawning of a new era, and that's Merab's life, and we see this. Also, there are very beautiful shots of Merab and Akali, just the way that a hand gesture is seen, the way that they gaze at each other. Akin just captures it in a very poignant way, and there is so much emotion within these non-worded scenes where you can feel this passion and desire, but there is a question of how they're going to move on with this and how they can be who they want to be without being judged by the people. And that's obviously the tragic element of it. But Akin doesn't actually show much of the implications of what Merab is doing. He actually shows more of the positive elements of it. Obviously, towards the back end, we do have a confrontation scene, just as we have in most films. But Akin tries to provide more of a positive way to this, and what he provides is something that you don't always see in these type of films. In a coming-of-age film, there is a very straightforward arc, and they stick to it. But Akin really just changes it and creates something that he wanted to show, and much respect to him for that. Levan, who plays Merab, is an absolute find for this film. He provides this fragility and youthfulness that you question yourself a lot, and there is just so much in his facial expressions that provide these questions for you. You've been through that yourself. You know exactly how he's feeling at times, and there is just this every guy kind of feel to him where you can connect, and I did see a lot of myself within Merab. There's this quietness that you don't exactly know what you want, you don't know exactly who you are just yet, and when you're in that kind of age range, you need somebody that can provide this. Bachivalishvili, who plays Ikali, brings so much to this film in his supporting role. The connection between him and Levan as actors is clearly seen throughout this film, and both of them together, their body language, just the way that they contort themselves, the way that they express, there is just this unique combination of a duo, but also a loving couple within And Then We Danced. And without him, he would not wake up and become who he wants to be. And it's just a wonderful connection. And you get this in God's Own Country, where the two actors really become their characters, and I think this is the special bond that we have in Then We Dance. And identity is created by all types of journeys, and this one floored me. And Then We Dance is a true unique voice in cinema, and something that I would implore you to go and see. It is actually out on Friday the 13th of March in the UK, so if you actually want to go out and see this film, please seek it. It is a wonderful film to be watched. And if you have seen it, please let me know what you think of it. I would love to discuss this even further with you. It's something that I'm pretty sure this will be in the top list of the year, most definitely. Obviously, with everything that's going on coronavirus at the moment, I don't necessarily know when my next cinema trip is going to be, since films seem to be delaying right now. But obviously we have VOD, and I'm hoping some good stuff will come of it. And the re-review for this month is getting there. I haven't decided quite yet what it's going to be, but stay tuned for that. If you haven't seen last month's re-review, it's actually Memories of Murder. Check it out, it's worth a watch. Hello new subscribers, hello old subscribers, please keep sharing the love. Thank you for watching, and as we normally say on this channel, Diolch danka, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitchin. All the shuns obviously never change, and just look after each other at the moment, because community is always a good thing.